this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Pro Football Show. I'm your host, Juice, and today we're going to be recapping Week 1 and predicting tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Bills and the Jets. That should be a good one, so hit that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So the big things that stood out to me this weekend were the Bengals lost. I mean, the Bengals offense couldn't do anything. They couldn't get anything going. I'm not sure that I wouldn't say the Bengals are dead. Like, obviously they're not. They just got a lot to figure out. And I think the Browns have a better defense than what people are giving them credit for. So it was a tough battle for them, a tough opener. I expect to see the Bengals back in full form here before too long. Division matchup, so those are always tough. So I was definitely shocked. Joe Burrow only throwing for like 81 yards is insane. That's probably the lowest he's ever thrown in his career. So that game stuck out to me. Another one that shocked me was the Buccaneers beating the Vikings. I thought for sure the Vikings would win that one. But I've been saying it. I don't think the Vikings are as good as what people say they are. But time will tell. It is Overreaction Monday. The Vikings did not look great at all. The teams that looked great, 49ers absolutely put the beating on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 49ers are looking good. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys look really good. They put a beating on the Giants last night. That was just... Giants can't be thrilled right now. Fans are probably worried. I would be worried. I just don't... I think the Dallas Cowboys defense is amazing. I've been saying it all offseason that they're one of the best defense in the league. As of right now, I think they're all the best. They put up a lot of points. We didn't really see a whole lot of the Cowboys offense, in my opinion, to say that they're going to the Super Bowl. I think right now it's clear who the front runner in the NFC is, and it's the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. So the Eagles definitely didn't play their best game yesterday either. Their offense struggled to get anything going, but they are playing the Patriots, and that defense is pretty solid. So I'm not too concerned about them. The Packers were a shock to me. They absolutely dominated the Bears. It looked as if Aaron Rodgers was playing back there for the Packers still. Jordan Love looked great. I was wrong. I might be wrong about Jordan Love. He's an incredible talent, it would appear. And somehow the Packers struck gold again, it seems. Another one that absolutely shocked me, the Rams beating the Seahawks. The Seahawks, they did not look good yesterday. I was shocked. That was probably the one that shocked me the most. But, yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on with Seattle. They couldn't get anything on offense going either. The Rams just shut them down. So I guess maybe the Rams are better than I thought they were as well, We try to get these predictions right, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and apparently the Rams are better than we thought. The Falcons look great. Their rookies look great. So that was a big win for them. That Saints-Titans game was pretty boring. Came down to the wire, but it was still pretty boring. So let's go through the list and see which ones that we got right. So we picked the Eagles. They won. I took the Texans plus 10-point spread. They did not cover. Ravens destroyed them. I picked the Bengals, so we got that one wrong. I picked the Vikings to beat the Buccaneers. We got that one wrong. I picked the points for the Saints, but they didn't cover, so I got that one wrong. They did win. I picked the Panthers to win, so I got that one wrong as well. I picked the Jaguars, so I got that one right. 49ers right. The Commanders, I don't think they covered, so I think I got that one wrong. The Raiders didn't cover. I think I picked the Dolphins, but I don't exactly remember what their point spread was. But I got that one right. I picked the Bears, definitely got that one wrong, and picked the Seahawks, got that wrong. Then we picked the Cowboys. So we probably got about half of them right, off to a hot start here on week 1. I think we'll get better as the year goes on here on which ones we picking better games here. But, yeah, that was those are the ones I picked. And we didn't do too bad for considering week 1 because it is, like I said, the Wild Wild West, as we all learned. A lot of crazy stuff happening this weekend. The Raiders beat the Broncos. The 49ers, I mean, they destroyed the Steelers. That's pretty incredible, to be honest. They look good because there was a lot of hype around the Steelers, preseason hype, but they definitely did not live up to that standard that everyone thought they would be. But yeah, overall, it was a good weekend of football this weekend. A lot of points scored. A few shockers. The Colts actually looked pretty impressive in their loss. Even though they lost, they looked good. Anthony Richardson brought it. I thought he looked great. He just so they are definitely better than I thought they were. They were in that game until the very end. So I'm impressed with what I saw out of the Colts. Obviously impressed with the Cowboys, and that defense is just incredible. But I don't know I know the Cowboys are good, but are they great, or if the Giants are just that bad? I think it's a little bit of both. I think the Cowboys will be great come January. I think they're obviously going to be in the playoffs, but I think the Giants they're in for a long season. It would appear they couldn't protect Daniel Jones to save their life. I think he had like a .8 passer rating, which is insane. I don't think I've ever seen anything that low. So they got a lot to figure out over there hopefully they can bounce back next week, but they looked rough. Zay Flowers looked incredible. He probably should have been should have went higher in the draft for sure. I mean, he looked great in his Ravens debut. So they got a stud in that. The Browns, like we talked about, came out swinging. They look pretty good. Their defense is definitely on point. The biggest shock for me is definitely the Buccaneers beating the Vikings. I've not been high on the Vikings all year, like I said, but I thought for sure they'd beat the Buccaneers. I didn't think the Buccaneers were going to be very good, but Buccaneers came to play, and they won that game. And the Vikings aren't going to have an easy bounce back game either. They got Philadelphia. They have to go to Philadelphia on Thursday Night Football, so they ain't got much time to turn it around. So it's either going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the Vikings coming off and turning around that quickly. But we'll see. The Saints and the Titans, neither one of them really impressed me in that game. The Titans were moving the ball down the field, but they couldn't do anything once they got past the 50. It was all field goals for them. Derek Carr looked okay. That game was very interesting. It was just a weird game overall. And then, like we said, the Falcons looked good. Bryce Young definitely didn't play as well as he thought he probably would. But the Falcons definitely look pretty good. They actually might be my new favorite to win this division right now because the Saints didn't look good, and the Panthers, they obviously just beat them. So look out for the Falcons to win that division. They're starting to put it together. That defense looks good. They got a nice run game. They didn't use Robinson a whole lot like I thought they would, but he still had a great game. He scored the first touchdown, so good for him. Jaguars-Colts game was fun. The Commanders, that was another shocking game that was closer than I thought it would be. The Cardinals actually were very competitive in that game. Caught me by surprise. The Commanders didn't look good at all for the majority of that game. They did pull it off at the end, so yeah. And then the best game of the weekend is definitely the Dolphins-Chargers game. Tyreek Hill is a beast. I mean, that guy just always seems to be open. You can just throw it and he'll catch it. So that was definitely a back-and-forth game. It was exciting. Loved watching it. That was by far the best game of the weekend, and the two offenses definitely showed their firepower in that game. They were explosive on both sides. Eckler and Herbert, Tua, Tyreek Hill, Waddle, all the boys came out to play yesterday, and Tyreek Hill had an amazing game. I said, when Tyreek Hill said he's going to have a 2,000-yard game, I kind of agreed with him. I thought it was definitely possible, and he's definitely on pace to do that. The dude is incredible. Might be him and Justin Jefferson are just something special, man. But watching Tyreek Hill play yesterday was so much fun. The dude is so fast. But yeah, that'll probably wrap up the recap from week one, our overreactions. Like I said, big shockers were definitely the Bengals. I think they bounced back. I think they're going to be fine. They just got to get it put together on offense. Their offensive line's got to play better. Myles Garrett was just eating them alive. So we'll see what happens next week. Week one was a fun one, and we wrap it up today, I think, which is going to be another great game. Division game in New York on 9/11. It's the Bills at the Jets. The Bills are 2-point favorites. But, man, after watching Hard Knocks, you kind of start to like the team. Aaron Rodgers looks happy. That team just looks like they are having fun. I think him and Garrett Wilson are going to have a great connection. Their defense is so good. This is going to be a battle, and I think I'm going with the Jets plus to. I think they win tonight. Aaron Rodgers' debut. I think they're going to look good. I expect them. Don't get me wrong. The Bills are definitely good. They got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. There's just so much hype around this team. It's hard not to pick them in this first game. Come out and if you can win this game, it's going to say a lot, I think, about what the season's going to unfold for the Jets. It's a huge division game for them. I'm definitely going to be excited to watch this one. I think that it's going to be a close game for sure. It's not definitely no blowout. Not with Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. I mean, they're going to be slinging the football all over the field. So this is definitely going to be a good one. I'm taking the Jets here. I like Rodgers. I think he's gonna have something to prove. They got Dalvin Cook. Breece Hall will probably play less snaps as he gets healthier and healthier. So they have Dalvin Cook still. So it's just going to be and then on the other side, their defense is pretty solid, but they don't have Von Miller. They don't have I saw where DeMar Hamlin's inactive. So yeah, I think the Bills' defense may struggle. I don't know if Hyde's back or not. I didn't see that one. But if he's not, they're definitely going to be the defense is going to be hurting a little bit, I feel like, tonight if they don't have those guys. And Von Miller is a huge loss. But I expect this to be a close one, a lot of offense, depending on how the Jets' defense plays. If the Jets' defense shuts down Josh Allen, I think might be a blowout, but I don't foresee that happening. Josh Allen's got an arm. He's too talented. Him and Diggs will get something going. That team seems to be on the right path here with that offense. So we'll see, but I'm taking the Jets. So let me know who y'all are taking tonight, what you're looking forward most to this game. 9-11 in New York. It's going to be a good one. The Jets versus the Bills here. So, yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. What was your big takeaway from this weekend? What are you overreacting about? Leave it down in the comments, and I'll respond to all the comments. And thanks for coming to hang out. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.